All right, small town cop. I finally got the Ruger 5.7 here. And actually, let me raise this up so you guys can see all of it in its glory. This is the only good 5.7. This is the only good feeling 5.7 pistol I've ever shot. I have got to feel all of them that I'm aware of that aren't like PSA's Rock. You can't get that in a store unless it's used, so I haven't gotten to feel that. I'm told that feels very similar to this. If I remember correctly, they take the same mags. I could be wrong on that. But this is the Ruger 5.7. This is the gun I've been wanting to do a video on because this one, I haven't been a fan of 5.7, and this one made me a fan of 5.7. Not because of the cartridge itself. I'm impressed with the cartridge itself. Like 5.7 versus 9mm. It's smaller but taller. It's going faster. There are some 9mm that can push 5.7 velocities, but they're I think only like certain guns really take that load. And 5.7 is a very well established good defensive caliber. I really love this gun. It makes me want to get the Ruger 5.7 carbine that they have, like the pistol version, and then SBR that thing and make the MP7 we have at home. Or like if there's ever like a kit to put on this thing to give it a little grip up here and put a stock on it or something, that'd be great. But there's a reason that this 5.7 was chosen by my best friend. My buddy shoots one-handed. He doesn't have a choice in that fact. Old lefty just doesn't, cooperate. So for years and years, I've been trying to get him to get comfortable with the 9mm, but because I lived far away, I could inconsistently, go out to the range and shoot with him. And me being an instructor for a long, long time now, that bothered me. And I got him shooting well enough, and I got him to learn how to actually use iron sights after I found out he was lying about him saying like, yeah, he understood it from I taught him the first time. Like, yeah, I get it. And I'm like, you're doing what with your iron sights? He was looking over them, not through them, and just using the front sight. Story for another day. But I let him shoot my optic on my pistol when I got back to Georgia, and he was hooked. I mean, I got to see his groups shrink and him hit exactly where he's aiming at using a dot. I mean, his eyes are fine. It's just he can't use his left hand. And so certain other muscles are atrophied, with that whole process. And the reason I'm really a big fan of 5.7 and talking to him, like this is why he loves it too. The recoil on this is so minimal. Like, it may sound like you're shooting a 9mm. Like, me as a guy who shoots a lot, I can tell the difference between, certain calibers almost. And definitely, the concussion certain rounds give. But when you're behind the gun for this, it surprises me, but doesn't bother him because he's not as attuned to all that stuff as I am. I'm almost flinching more than he is because I'm sensing the concussion that's coming off of this thing, but the recoil is not there. It confuses me as an experienced shooter because I'm like, hold on. I'm feeling that boom of the round, but my slide's barely moving. And it surprised me. And it's getting to have my buddies like pick this gun up and be like, dude, this is awesome. And this is the only good feeling 5.7. I'm rambling a bit here, but this gun has me excited. This gun makes me want to get, a threaded barrel for it and put a can on it and, whatever kind of light laser thing on this and go full Sam Fisher. Because Sam Fisher shoots 5.7. Except for like a Blacklist. But this guy, the trigger is very, very nice. I think this is a magazine safety. Oh, no, it didn't. And the trigger is very crisp, short take up. I would say this the slightest bit of mush. Oh, hold on. It's like lovely. Slightest bit of mush. I mean, that's the wall. It's a very good trigger. Obviously, you can put an optic plate on there. This is the Galloway Precision optic plate. Careful with USPS, though. He ordered this, and it took a month to get here, not because of Galloway, because USPS lost it. The post office lost it. And so they had to send him another one. I think they sent it UPS or something like that, and it arrived 3 days later. So got this put on there, got the optic mounted, and this gun makes my friend very, very happy. And I'm very happy to see him happy. And to be able to shoot this thing and know that this little grenade of a round that's coming out is pretty awesome. If you haven't shot a 5.7, they are a lot of fun. The recoil is laughable. It's loud. The concussion on it is surprising. I would put it like the concussion of it as like a lower 357 Magnum hot plus P 9mm. But the actual recoil on your sights in the slide is so low. That's why my buddy loves it, because he's shooting one-handed. He can track this thing all day long, and it's so light, even fully loaded with 20 rounds. It's a paperweight. It's so much lighter than other guns that I've tried to get him to shoot. And when you're shooting one-handed, even two-handed, you want as light as a gun as possible. And this one really hits the mark. I'm not big into 5.7 myself, but this one makes me want to build a MP5.7 at home. It's just a great feeling gun. I got small little girl hands, and I can grip this thing very well. It's a good grip angle. It functions very well. The only issue we've had, this is a used gun, and when we bought it, like with the 5.7 we rented from the gun store, was flawless. Not a hiccup, nothing at all. Worked great. But they clean that gun, pretty regularly. Well, quasi regularly. I used to work there, so I know. And when we bought this one, or we didn't. He bought this one. We tried it a little bit, and it jammed up because we didn't check it. That's on me. It wasn't oiled. Like, this gun was dry as a bone and dirty. Like, I really had to clean this gun and get it all oiled up. And now it's doing fine. We're going to take it to the range again to make sure everything's still working all copacetic. But if you're interested in 5.7 but can't find a good feeling 5.7, try the Ruger. It's really amazing. Like, 5.7 as a cartridge is a treat. Like, it's like Grand Thumb did a video on it. It's not, the best, cartridge to replace 9mm. But if you are a disabled shooter or a shooter with some kind of special circumstance, I'll say, man, pick up one of these. If recoil is an issue, pick up one of these. Like, he intends to open carry this one because we're in Georgia. But, like, it's a great home gun. And if you put a suppressor on this thing, it's still stupid light. Because this thing will take most 22 suppressors, which are very light. And now you've got 20 rounds of a very good expanding caliber in a light package. I mean, granted, 9mm is light too. But if you want something fun, if you want something exotic, or if you want something as light as recoil as possible, but also providing a very good ballistic impact, you got to try this guy. I know I'm rambling a little bit on this video because I've been so excited to shoot it and to get my hands on it. But I've been, a custom Glock guy. I can't even say like even Glock anymore because I checked, and really the only thing I have by Glock anymore is the one slide. Everything else is a lone wolf receiver, PSA dagger upper or slide, and then that one Glock slide. These things I had, for years, and I realized I don't actually own a Glock. I own a custom lone wolf pistol, 2 of those, and that's it. Those are the only pistols I own. But this one makes me want to get a 5.7 just for funsies, just to have something exotic, because of how light it is. And if I get a 5.56 suppressor, I can direct thread my 5.56 suppressor onto this thing. Well, I've got a threaded barrel. Because if you notice, this is a non-tilt barrel, so you shouldn't need a Nielsen device, because this barrel is not tilting. So I'm curious as to how that's going to work, but enough of me ranting or rambling. If you want something exotic, if you're looking for something with the lightest recoil and still defense for yourself, if you're a shooter that was only using one hand or really adverse to recoil, look at something like this. It'll most likely fit your hand. The trigger's great. There's not an upgrade I would recommend for him on this, or myself if I bought one, except putting a dog on it. And using this Gallery Precision plate, he put an EPS carry on here with a solar panel. Great optic. He likes the circle reticle. I like just the dot. He likes the greens. I like the reds. So this is his thing. As you can see, this is a green dot. It's on the dot because I've been messing with it. But great optic, great plate, works real well. Good pistol. Look for something exotic, something extremely light recoil, but you want to still have a defensive cartridge. Look at the Ruger 5.7. It's a good round, and it's a good gun. It's the only good 5.7. And you know what? Embrace your inner Sam Fisher. Get out there and train.